Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm stepping into the realm of quantum computing. Let's jump into it. All right, so you may remember at the end of last year, the Google quantum AI team announced Willow, their latest quantum computing chip. And the team made some big claims that this was a major step forward for quantum computing. Well, I'm a little bit skeptical. If you look at the press release, they talk about being able to compute a benchmark that would take ordinary computers 10 septillion years. Well, if that's true, how can you be sure that the computation done by this new chip is correct? Seems like a bit of a challenge to me, but I'm certainly not an expert in this field, so perhaps there is a way to confirm the computation. But I think the most telling part of the press release is at the end. The authors state that this is a step towards useful computation that has relevant real-world applications. That seems to be an admission that this big breakthrough has no real-world utility. I have to say I'm very skeptical about quantum computing in the short run. I think this technology is several years, if not decades, away from becoming any sort of reality. I come across this content about quantum computing and it all starts off simple enough. Instead of a binary bit, we could have multiple states for each piece of information called a qubit. Okay, I get that. Then when they start talking about how to actually build and interact with a qubit, and everything starts to get a little muddy and the hand waving starts. To be fair, I've not really studied this a lot. I know I've been hearing about quantum computing for like 20 years plus now, and I've yet to see anything useful come out of any of these labs. And that brings us to today's news. It would seem that Wall Street agrees with me. There are multiple quantum computing companies out there, and the investor community is not too impressed. Here's a CNBC clip.
And as far as shorting these stocks, it has been a much better year for those shorts so far, at least. So you saw this 500% on average rally in quantum stocks last year. The biggest names in this sector, think of Rigetti, IonQ, they're down, as you mentioned. It's an average of 35%. That's after comments a couple weeks ago from Jensen Huang. And then more recently, Mark Zuckerberg, both pouring cold water on the hype and the near-term potential of this tech. According to data from S3 Partners, short sellers are up about $760 million in mark-to-market profits, recouping more than a third of last year's losses. Last year, bearish interest in these names soared more than 300% to $2.7 billion. And as S3 puts it, the shorts showed unwavering levels of conviction, even though their P&L statements, as they put it, were dripping in red ink. It is now an extremely crowded short position. Almost 18% of the float for these quantum stocks is sold short. If you think of the average stock, it's about 5%.
All right, a few things to comment on. First, if you're not a finance bro, the terminology here, just know that shorting a stock is placing a bet that the price of the stock will go down. And from this clip, you can tell that these quantum computing companies have more than 3 times as many investors betting on a decline in the stock price compared to the average stock. So yes, it would seem that Wall Street does not think very highly of the prospects of these quantum computing companies. Second, there seems to be a lot of volatility in these stocks, which makes me think that a hype cycle situation where these stocks' prices follow the news is perhaps what we're seeing here. Whenever there is positive news about quantum computing, the price goes up. And then after a while, when there is no news, the price falls back down. So I picked this story because I'm rather skeptical about the near-term prospects of quantum computing, and I just wanted to see if others agree or not. Also, it doesn't seem to be getting nearly the same amount of attention as AI topics. So if folks out there want to go deeper on this topic, let me know and I can cover it more frequently. But that's about it for now. Just wanted to raise this story up a little bit and see how people react. Basically, Wall Street doesn't seem to be a fan of these quantum computing companies right now. That doesn't mean much. Wall Street isn't always right. But it is interesting that people who make bets with real money are betting against a certain technology. But what do you think? Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.